Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Women Action Takers Mastermind Accountability Program and how you might be able to be part of the leadership team. And I'm really excited to introduce this concept because I've been doing masterminds for 5 years, and I had this idea, about 7 or 8 months ago, and I never acted on it because I wasn't sure how to act on it. And it was interesting, maybe about a week ago or so, maybe a little less than a week ago, I actually had the vision brought to me of like how I'm going to make this happen. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And again, I'm going to share with you ways that you can participate. I'm going to just start off right off the bat. It is free to participate. The first 25 women who jump on board, it will be free for them. But I have an amazing opportunity that if you want to participate in profit sharing, then there is a small cost for that. So it'll be $200 a month is what I'm offering to people who want to be part of the leadership team. So I just want to put that out right up front, because a lot of times in these webinars, like I'm calling it a webinar just because we're on the web, and so, but these webinars, they try to pump you up, and then in the end, they give you the price. So I'm just giving you the price right up front. Again, it's, if you want to be on the leadership team, and I'm going to explain what all that means, it is free for the first 25 women who jump on board. Of those 25 women, if some of them want to be part of the profit sharing and some of them don't, that's fine. So I'll explain what all that means in a little bit. But the profit sharing, I'm super excited about this. And then also I'm going to share with you just like what it looks like to be part of this mastermind program. It's the Women Action Takers Mastermind. So give me a second here. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on, get out of there. Why is that showing up? Hold on. Here. Okay. So again, this is the Women Action Takers Mastermind. That is my brand. I'm in the process of getting it trademarked. So exciting. I submitted my trademark application about a week ago. And so it'll take a couple months for it to get approved. But I'm excited about it because, part of business is trying to figure out like what we're doing, who we are, who we serve, how we're going to make money. And this is, the thing that I figured out is that I'm all about taking action. Nothing happens without action. I think you can all agree with me on that nothing will happen without us taking the action steps. But sometimes the action steps we take are the wrong action steps. And that's where you're actually going to come in to play in this mastermind accountability program if you decide to go that route to become one of the leaders. And I'll explain all of this. I'm super pumped about this because again, that vision that I have, it's like I actually see it now. I see it in reach. So I had the vision, but now I actually see it in reach. So I'm going to be talking about the leadership team, what that means, how you can be part of it. And again, it's free for the first 25, or if you want to be part of the profit sharing option, which I believe is the best way to go, definitely. Okay, so we are, why is it not going? There we go. So here's what we're going to cover today is, again, I shared, the first 25 who want to jump on board to this leadership team, that they will be free. It is upon approval. And the reason for this is very important. It's not like, oh, just anybody who wants to come in can come in. No, this is a leadership team. You're going to be leading women to grow their businesses. You're going to lead them in their personal life and or their business life. So you have to be approved. So I'll explain what all this means as we go. But this is the first 25 are free unless you want to join up for the profit sharing option. So here's what I'm looking for. So I want you to kind of look at this list. And as you're looking at this list, I would love for you in the chat to type the ones that you're a fit for, the ones that you excel in, the ones that you're already a leader and you're leading people already in these areas, or areas that maybe you're an expert in these areas, or you don't see yourself as an expert, but people come to you and ask you, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you help me with that? Those are areas that if you don't realize it, that those are areas that you are a leader in already. When people are asking you questions, they see you as a leader. So are you a person who, I'm going to go through, it's kind of a lengthy list, but this is what I'm looking for. This is very important for me, because if you fit one of these, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of these, then you're definitely a great candidate for the leadership team. So are you a person that people come to you to get clarity on what they're doing? You help them strategize on their business plan. Maybe you help them strategize with some of their personal things too, but planning and strategy. There are people that are specifically geared towards doing planning and strategy, right? Are you a person that can help people, get honed in and very clear on their 30-second pitch? Maybe you're a person who helps them get organized, like just getting their thoughts organized, and or getting their, like if somebody's putting on an event, for example, you're like, okay, you need to do this and this and this and that. Maybe that's you. You're the person who helps them get organized. Are you a person who loves to research, but you don't like to be in the front of the scenes? Like you like to be in the back of the scenes. I like to do the research, give it to somebody else and let them go out in the front. Is that you, a researcher? Do you love to build websites, or, and then writing up content? Building up people's social media. So are you a social media expert? If so, in which platforms? Is it LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? I can't believe I almost forgot to say Facebook. Like, what are the odds of that, right? So what is your social media niche if you are a person who helps people with social media? Social media. Do you do videos? Do you do pre-recorded videos, or do you do live videos? And if so, do you do the editing, or do you help people to get themselves out there to know what they're going to talk about? Do you create content? Do you create, like content would be blogs. It would be helping people figure out like what their videos should be about. Content would be writing articles. Maybe you write email newsletters and things like that. So various content ideas. Do you write blogs for people? Do you have a vlog, or do you help people create their own vlog, which is a video blog? Do you know who your target market is? And do you help other people figure out who their target market is? That's really what I'm looking for, is, people that are able to help people figure out their target market. Have you written a book? If so, do you help people write books? Do you help them come up with the concept, come up with the designing of it, come up with like all the aspects of writing a book? If not, what aspects of writing a book have you helped people with if you do that? So maybe it's marketing it, maybe it's the PR, maybe it's getting them on shows and interviews and things like that. So what is it that you might do related to writing a book? And then branding. Are you a branding expert? Somebody that helps people figure out their brand and get themselves out there so that they are known for that brand. And mine is, it's interesting because my brand started off as something completely different 5 years ago when I left my corporate job to what it is today, the Women Action Takers. And that is really me, that Women Action Takers. And I'm so excited that I finally got down to who I am and what I do and who I serve, So marketing, maybe you're a marketing expert. If so, write that down in the list. Are you a PR expert? Maybe bookkeeping. Do you do taxes? Do you help people with their, keeping the records for their taxes? Do you help people with their budgeting? Budgeting is so crucial in business. If you want to be a viable business, you have to budget. And if you're a person who doesn't like to budget, you need somebody who does like to budget and likes to help people budget. So are you the person who likes to help people with their budgeting? And then are you a person who's good at selling, teaching people how to sell? Maybe you're good at helping people figure out what their why is. The why stands for, I've heard this one, I really like this, is what hurts you. What is the reason? Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you a person who helps people figure that out? That took me a while to figure that out. I took 2 weeks of time just figuring out that one thing. That's all I did for 2 weeks, is figuring out my why, because it was so important for me to be able to like really dive into my business by knowing my why. So what's your purpose? Knowing your purpose. Are you a person who helps people figuring out their purpose? So as you can see, a lot of these have to do with business, but a lot of these also have to do with personal. Why is that? Because personal and business are interrelated, and there's a way to bring them together. Like we need to be clear on our personal life so we can be clear on our business, and vice versa. Making phone calls. Maybe you're a person who loves to make phone calls, or teaching people how to make phone calls, how to say the right things that will get people interested in the call and wanting to stick on to the call, and also getting them to want to purchase what it is that you have to sell. And teaching people, maybe you're a person who's able to teach people how to sell without selling by using the phone as one of those mediums. Creating a follow-up system. They say this, and it is so true, is that the gold is in the follow-up. So how many of you are following up with all those business cards you have? I had a stack at one point. I went through the stack of business cards that I had collected throughout the years, and there was well over 1,000 business cards. Had I followed up with any of them? Maybe 4 or 5 of them, but follow-up is not my forte. That's why I'm looking for somebody on my leadership team who helps people with their follow-up. Are you a person who, like, are you a life coach? That I put work with a life coach. What I meant is like, are you a life coach? So I'm looking for somebody who can help people with their life. A business coach. Are you specifically a business coach? Again, the life coach was so important because for me, over 5 years ago, I hired a life coach, and she really helped me to get kind of like get track of like, who am I and what do I have to offer? What is my value here while I'm on this planet? And so if you're somebody who is a life coach, you can help people in the program with their life. And then also with the business coach, same thing. How do you help people with their business? Are you a spiritual coach? If you're a spiritual coach, there are going to be people in this program who are going to be looking for guidance, spiritual guidance. So is that who you are? You're somebody who can help them with that. Do you help people build funnels? Like creating funnels, like starting from a $0 item all the way up into whatever dollar item, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 item. Are you good at helping people build those funnels? Are you a person who is an expert or pseudo expert? Because I don't know who really is a full on expert yet with messenger bots, because they've only been around a little over a year, maybe close to 2 years by now. But are you a person who's somewhat expert or expert at messenger bots? Do you help people solve problems? People come to you all the time with all kinds of problems. It's like various types of problems. Are you a problem solver? Have you learned how to turn your passion into profit? If so, do you help other people turn their passion into profit? Maybe you help people with their money mindset. There's so many different modalities out there to use to help people to work on their money mindset, so that when they see the money out there, they can seize that money. They work into a mindset where they're like, okay, I do deserve this. I'm deserving of this money, the money that's coming my way. A lot of times the block that we have is that we don't believe that we're deserving of it. Do you know sales techniques that are not tactics? So the difference for me is a technique is a way that we can, like, especially for sales, a technique is a way that we can share people what we have to offer. And then they're like, I want to buy that, because they want to buy, not because we've used tactics to make them feel guilty into buying. So this is not about being a salesy weirdo, or being a salesy type of person. This is about using sales techniques that can, help people see the value so that they want to actually purchase. People want to buy stuff. They want to buy stuff, but they have to know the value of it. They have to know, do they want it or do they need it? And then they will make a decision. So it's sales techniques that I'm looking for in this program. Are sales techniques are going to help people to make a buying decision and feel good and comfortable about their buying decision and not have buyer's remorse. I'm not into that at all. Like, it just, drives me nuts. Are you a person that helps people with attraction marketing, attracting people to them? So if that's you, then put that, list that. Helping people with, finding a mentor that works for them, a mentor that can help them. Are you a mentor? And if so, in what areas do you mentor people? I'd love to know that. Are you a person who's good at helping people to evaluate themselves on a regular basis, like maybe monthly or quarterly, so they can see, here's my vision. Okay, I'm off track here, so here's where I need to get back on track. Or maybe they learn something new that's going to help them to get on a different route. Maybe they're going to change their vision. So are you a person who can help people to evaluate themselves? I'm looking for somebody who's willing to do that, willing to hop on calls with people to find out, like, where are you right now, And then accountability. This program, and I'll share this in a little bit, but this whole program that I created, the Mastermind Accountability Program, Women Action Takers, was all because I was lacking true accountability, what I call true accountability. And I'll share with you in just a minute what that means to me. And hopefully you'll agree with me on that. And then lastly is, writing a business plan. I put that last, which it should actually be first, but, are you a person that can help people write their business plan? So do you fit 1, 2, 5, 10 of these different items? If you do, please list them in the chat, the ones that you fit under, because this is going to help me to know, like, where would you fit into the program? Because again, this is not a like, oh, I'm in. No, this is I'm in. Then Linda's got to evaluate to see, are you a fit for the program? Because I'm looking for something very specific, and I'm hoping that you will. There's many more options there. This is my list that I came up with, like, kind of off the top of my head. So if there's something else that you do that helps people with their business that is not on this list right here, go ahead and put that in the chat as well. I'd love to hear from you just to find out what are some of the other things that you're doing to help people grow their businesses. And this is mostly for business, because this Mastermind Accountability Program is for business women. It's for women entrepreneurs that are driven and they want success, but some of them don't know how to get there, or they don't know the process to get there. They don't know maybe their money mindset. Again, money mindset is a little bit skewed so that they're not able to get the results that they want. Maybe they're chomping at the bit and they want it so badly, but they just don't know how to get it. And that's where you are going to come in. I'm so excited to introduce to you what this is all about. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get going. So what is my vision? Well, my vision is by the year 2022. So February 22nd, 2022, that's just a little over 2 years from now, is that I am changing, with your help, the lives of 2,222 women entrepreneurs. I'm so excited about this because I had this vision, again, it was about 7 months ago, and I didn't even know how to put it into action. So I didn't, it was like, I didn't want to take action on something that I didn't know how I was going to do it. But now here we are today. I'm talking about this for the first time ever, to a group of people, to share my vision. So I want you to imagine there's 2,222 women who are involved in this program, and you're one of the leaders. You're the leadership team. You're helping them to grow their business. You're helping them to change their life. And here's what I know about you. I know that no matter whatever you are doing, you are changing people's lives already. That's a given. But are you making the money that you want to make in order to change more lives? Because when people pay and they invest in what we've got, that means we're helping them, right? So the amount of money that you make is commensurate, I think that's the word, commiserate of the amount of people you're helping. So the more people you can help, the more money you'll make, which is natural. Now that money, you can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to keep it all if you don't want. You don't have to spend it all if you don't want. You can be a philanthropist and donate some of that money out. It's all up to you. But what I'm here to do is I'm here to change lives. This mastermind program is 100%. My vision is about changing lives. It's not about the amount of money I make, but I will share with you that you will make money in this program if you sign up for the leadership program. I cannot 100% guarantee it because some of it is based on your own abilities as well. So what I can do is provide for you the people, but you got to do the work, right? So I'm going to share with you in a minute what that all means. Okay, so what is a mastermind? A mastermind, Napoleon Hill, a mastermind has actually been around since the very beginning of time, because it's a combination of two or more minds, two or more people who get together with a common interest, a common goal that they want to achieve. So what we do here in the mastermind program, the mastermind accountability program, we might not all be in the same sort of business, but we all have a goal of becoming successful. We all have a goal of helping people, because that's who we are. We are women who are here to help people. If you're not here to help people, this is not the right program for you. I'm just going to tell you that right now, because this program is all about helping people, providing as much value as possible, changing people's lives, helping them to become a better version of themselves, helping them to be a more positive person. That's what this program is all about. So if that's who you are, I want you to, in the comments, I want you to say, heck yeah, I'm a person who's involved. I'm here. I'm ready to engage. I'm ready to help as many people as possible. You don't have to put all those words, but just put heck yeah in the comments. So Napoleon Hill, he wrote Think and Grow Rich book. And so how many of you have read Think and Grow Rich? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. There's also Think and Grow Rich for Women. I haven't read all the way through Think and Grow Rich yet, but Think and Grow Rich for Women, I literally read it in 2 days. It was a very fast read, and it made more sense to me. I'm a woman, and Think and Grow Rich was written way back in like the 30s, I think, 1930s, something like that. And so it was written differently. But anyway, Napoleon Hill says the mastermind principle: 2 or more people actively engaged in the pursuit of a definite purpose with a positive mental attitude constitute an unbeatable force. So masterminds have been around forever. But here we are in our mastermind. This is all women. And I'm excited about that. I'm in the process of writing a book also that's about the mastermind, the women's mastermind. And I'm super excited. And I'm going to ask my leadership team to be in my book. And I'm super excited about that. Okay, so why be part of a mastermind? Well, they say, necessity is the mother of invention. I've been involved in many masterminds, probably, if I had to figure them out, I would say it's probably about 7 or 8 different mastermind programs that I've been involved in. And all of them operate somewhat the same, pretty much, I'd say about 90% of them operate the same. And there was something that was missing for me, something really important. And that was, like I said, I like to call it true accountability. So what I did is I created my own program. So I needed something and I created it. I needed something and I created it, and I needed a true type of accountability. So I created this program, the Women Action Takers Mastermind accountability program. And I'm going to share with you in a minute kind of how it operates. I won't share the whole thing because I don't want to get you involved in that for right now. Really, I want to find out, if you want to be part of this. And I will be sharing a little bit later as well what your commitment would be to be part of this program. And then also what I'm going to, like, what my commitment is to you for being part of this program. So who am I? My name is Linda Sunshine West, and I help driven women entrepreneurs gain clarity, confidence, and focus so that they can grow their business. And so when I first started out, young. I grew up in an abusive, alcoholic household. Unfortunately, my dad was very abusive, and my first marriage was to someone just like my dad. So I spent the first 21 years of my life living in abuse. And that solidified a lot for me. That really created who I was. And that made me become a people pleaser. I had so many fears and I lacked confidence. This is like my dad and my first husband, right? My current husband, who I've been with for 31 years now, we're extremely happy and I just love him so much. He's such a great support system for me. And, we both love each other dearly. So I got over this, that first hump of the first 21 years of my life. But then what happened is, because I lacked confidence and I became a people pleaser, I didn't have any clarity. Because if you liked something, I liked it. If you loved something, I loved it. And if you hated something, I hated it. I didn't ever stand up for myself and say, this is what I want, because I had fears about people not liking me. And so I lacked clarity and I was a mass confusion. I always said that I was a great chameleon because I could adapt to any situation. Well, the reason I was able to adapt to any situation is because I learned as a young age that I just had to adapt in order to be able to survive. So I lacked clarity, and then that lack of clarity gave me lack of focus. So the lack of confidence gave lack of clarity, which gave lack of focus. So now, I've been able to turn all that around, and this last 5 years, I've spent, attending a lot of events, having mentors and coaches, and I highly recommend, coaches and mentors. I think they're very important for our growth, but they helped me to hone in on like that mass confusion that I started off with 5 years ago is now, it's been honed in to this one thing that I do. And this is this mastermind accountability program. I do it well. I'm really good at this, and I'm really good at pumping you up and inspiring you and motivating you to take action so that you can have the success that you want. But what I'm lacking in this is leadership and other people to help me out with the program. So that's why we are here today. So by me gaining clarity, I started realizing that, whoa, I really like being around women. Women are really great. I love how supportive and positive and uplifting they are. And not that men aren't, but I found that when women were together, without any men in the room, that we created a bond, like a sisterhood. And actually the women in my mastermind, the ladies, some of the ladies here, you have called it a sisterhood. And so it's really cool because it's become a sisterhood, and I really love it. So this clarity of knowing who I want to attract in my life is really been, helped me to get to where I am today. And then that clarity gave me confidence, and that confidence, it got me like on the red carpet interviewing Wesley Snipes. I have Forbes Riley, the president of Mexico, Vicente Fox, Jack Canfield, Sharon Lecter, and Les Brown. Like, I've been with these people, and it's because of the confidence that I gained that got me in front of these people. But I tell you what, it was the clarity that helped me to gain the confidence. It was that clarity that helped me to gain the confidence. Without the clarity, I couldn't have done these things. It would have been impossible because I wouldn't have known what I was doing. And then that confidence also got me on stage. I had an opportunity a couple weeks ago to speak on stage. Richard Dreyfuss was the keynote speaker at the event, and I spoke on the same stage with Richard Dreyfuss, which was really exciting for me. There's a lot more to go. I'm just starting. And so, having that focus and that clarity and that confidence helped me to lead to having focus and getting more clear on my vision. Because I had a vision about my mastermind 5 years ago. I started this mastermind, and I knew kind of what I wanted, but it got more clear and more clear as I got more clarity and confidence that made my vision more and more clear. So now, I lead this mastermind. I've been doing it for 5 years. These are some of the women who are in my mastermind program. As you can see, this is all online. This is online. This mastermind program operates online. And so no matter where you are in the world, as one of the leaders, you will be able to participate in this. And I'm going to share with you how you can become a leader, or if you don't want to be a leader in the mastermind program and you just want to join the mastermind program, that's also going to be an option for you. So, these are, again, some of the women in the mastermind. So my vision and how you fit in, I'm really excited to share this because some of you, listed some of the items. I'll go back and look at the chat in a little bit. But some of you listed some of the items, some of the ways that you can maybe participate, some, the strengths that you have that can lead, that can add to the mastermind. So my vision, again, is by 2022, February 22nd. So 2/22/22. By the way, because this February 22, 2022 is on a Tuesday, they're going to call it Tuesday. Like TWO''S day, I guess, is what they're going to call it. Just a little fun tidbit there. But changing 2,222 lives by 2/22/22. And so how does this fit? Again, do you fit with any of these categories here? Now I'm going to share in a minute what all this means. But do you fit into any of these categories? 1, 2, 5, 10 of them? There might be some of these that you excel in several of them. If so, there's these, and plus there are other ones that I don't have listed because these are the only ones I could think of, but are there other areas in business that people need that you have a specialty or that you're an expert in that you can help people with? So here's how you can be a leader in the Women Action Takers Mastermind program. And first of all, this is a proprietary system. I created this myself from after attending, 6 or 7 different mastermind programs, after having coaches and having mentors, attending seminars and webinars and 2-day events, 5-day events, 10-day events. The last 5 years, I've invested a lot of time, energy, and money in my growth. And through all of that, I created this proprietary system that is absolutely amazing. It works. I've been doing it for 5 years. It works. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm in the process of getting it patented. So I can't share with you the exactly how it works right now, unless you do decide to join the leadership team. So I just want to let you know that that the proprietary system is only for those who are interested in joining the leadership team, or those who decide that they'd like to be, one of the members of the mastermind. And that point, I'll share how that works. So again, the first 25 who sign up are going to be free unless you decide that you want to do the profit sharing option. And it is upon approval. I need to approve you. I need to know that you're going to be a fit for the program. I need to know that you're going to be able to provide the value that the members need and the members are paying for. Okay. So here's how it works. I like that little block. That's cute. Okay. So if you wanted to be a member in the mastermind program currently, I say this currently, the membership price is $500 a month. So and if you decide to pay like a full year in advance, which I don't prefer, it's $5,000. I actually like to do 3-month increments. So if you decided you wanted to do 3 months instead, if you wanted to sign up for 3 months, then $500 a month, or it would be $1,200 upfront. So that's the choice for membership. And then what do you get as a member? It's 24/7 access to all group sessions. Now, this 24/7 access is not currently available. This is where the leadership team comes in. And this is where my super duper excitement comes in, because this program that I have created is going to operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week when I get my time slots filled. And that's what I'm looking for. That's specifically what I'm looking for, is the leaders who will come in and want to lead this 24/7 program. And I'll share with you in a second how this works. So don't get scared. It's not like you do not have to be available 24/7. Okay. You don't have to be available 24/7, but the program is available 24/7 to the members. The members will have access to all the leaders. So if you decide to join the leadership team, I'll share with you in a minute how they will have access to you and how you can actually make money in this program. Okay. And then also, we provide one-on-one breakout sessions during the sessions. So a leader will be able to provide one-on-one breakout sessions for the members. And I'll share with you again how that works in just a minute. And then next, oh, I didn't know that was going to roll over that way. That's cute. Okay, then to be on the leadership team, if you want to be part of the profit sharing program, if you want to be part of the profit sharing program, it's $200 a month. Because remember, this is free for you if you don't want to be part of the profit sharing program and if you're one of the first 25 leaders in the program. So only the first 25 leaders will even have an opportunity to join as a leader for free. But if you want to be part of the profit sharing program, currently it's $200 a month. And this $200 will increase to $500, and the membership fee will increase to $1,000, which means, as far as the profit sharing goes, it means more money, because as the profits go up, then so do your profits go up. So you're part of the profit sharing program. So as a leader, paying the $200 a month, and this is as long as you're in the program as a leader, $200 a month, you can participate in the profit sharing. And then also, you're going to get a client pool, because what's happening is the mastermind program will grow because I have these leaders, you in place, and I'm able to provide more value than just me, Linda, by myself can provide at more hours of the day. The client pool will grow, and you as a leader, when you're leading the sessions, and I'll share with you how you lead the sessions if you're interested in being a leader. I'll do like a one-on-one call, or at the end of this session here, we'll do question and answer for anybody who has any questions. But you're able to make an offer to the members every single week. So every week that you are leading a session, I'm going to encourage you to make an offer to them, because if you're not making an offer, then you're not giving them that opportunity to increase their business by working with you one-on-one, right? So I want you to be able to make the offers to the clients so that it's up to you. You can have more one-on-one clients aside from this program. And then you become an authority in the program. And then at the end of 6 months, you will receive a certification. And that certification will be that you'll be a Women Action Takers Mastermind Accountability Coach. Super excited about that. And again, that was after 6 months, you'll get that certification. So here's just kind of like a snapshot of what the profit sharing will look like at $500 a month members with 2,222 members in the program. At the very beginning, the first year, you'll get 30% of the profits. And this net revenue was the net after expenses. Like, I'm going to have staff, I'm going to have marketing expenses, and then and then affiliate fees, because anybody who joins this program, or anybody, if you refer somebody to us, you get 25% affiliate fee. So this is just an estimated profit based on the net revenue, based on all those expenses. So this would be the net profit. I should have put net profit, not net revenue. So 30%, the first year you'll receive 30% of all the profit, 30% of the profit broken down by the number of leaders who are in the program. My ultimate goal is to have 112 leaders in the program. And this broken down here is 30% profit of the total amount of revenue, the net revenue, broken down by 112 leaders. So if there's less leaders, then that number will go up. The next year, by year 2, the profit sharing will be 40%. So you'll get 40% is for longevity. You're still in the program. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for the value that you're providing to the members. And so you're in for another year, you get 40% of the profit sharing. And again, that's divided by the number of leaders that are in the program. And then by the third year, you'll get 50%. So the numbers will continue to go up as you remain a leader in the program. You're providing value to the members. And so here's my commitment to you. My commitment to you is to make sure that you're understanding how the program works. My commitment to you is to show up when you need me. My commitment to you is to train you on the things that you need training on. My commitment to you is to provide as much value as possible. My commitment to you is to get people into the program. My commitment to you, again, is to show up and be here for you. And your commitment to the program is for you to show up and give your all. I want you to show up and I want you to give your all during those sessions. So what is your expertise? Oh, go through this list again. What is your expertise and how do you see it working for the program? I'd love to know from you on that. And lastly, if you're interested in being on the leadership team, you can text me. So send me a text message to 619-733-7393, or you can email me at Linda, Lynda, at womenactiontakers.com if you're interested. And what I would love for you to do is to let me know which of those categories that we had listed over here, which of those categories fit, which of those categories are you an expert in, which of those categories are the things that people come to you for. So I'm going to just leave this on the screen for just a second here while I go look at some of the, so we had some of the chat here. Hold on a second. And let's see here. Wait, the chat over here. Here we go. Chat. So thank you everybody for showing up. He said, hello, Abigail. I see Marilyn, a business coach and strategist creating innovative business plans. So extremely important for us in our businesses, right? So this is cool because that's something that's very important for everybody in their business. Abigail's a brain coach. And again, the brain, we need to make sure that we're sharp in our brain. Researched it for 2 years. I have a plan and vision. I'll be creating 3 months events in Spanish. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to, Susan, what I can offer, organizing workspace for flow and efficiency. Man, so important. I know that that's something I have been challenged with and struggled with, for the last couple of years, getting in, honed in on that. Finding your purpose, speaking skills, vocal coaching. Oh my gosh, Susan, I'm going to have to connect with you. Today I was driving and I was singing a song and I was like, I could really use a vocal coach. For the first time in my life, that'd be kind of fun. Book writing and planning. Awesome. These are great. Ready to help ladies get unstuck. I have read both. Both Think and Grow Rich and Think and Grow Rich for Women. Awesome. Can you go back to the needs screen? Okay, I'll go back to that in just a second. Ebony, let's see. The WAP program. Yep. Abigail is one of the members in my Women Action Takers Mastermind program. And it really is an amazing program. And it's going to be even more amazing with you all ladies as part of the leadership team. So here's how I'm going to keep that on the screen for just a second there for anybody that wants to look again. Here's how I see the leadership team running. And I'll share just a little bit of the proprietary system that I have. And what is your commitment? Your commitment is to show up. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Well, this program operates like this. Eventually, it will be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So no matter where you are in the world, you can participate in this mastermind. I'm going to stop the share for a second here. I'm going to stop the sharing. So here's how it works is you make a commitment, and your commitment is to show up 3 hours a week, and you decide on the time slot that you're going to show up. Let's say, for example, you said, you know what, I'm going to show up every Monday at 4 a.m. Pacific time. So wherever you are in the world, I don't know what time that, if you're in the East Coast, right, that'd be 7 a.m. You're like, I'm going to show up every Monday at 4 a.m. Now you're on there for 3 hours. So how this works is you as a leader, you will show up to the program. The first 10 minutes, you're going to train your group on a topic that fits for whatever your topic is. So like Marilyn, had several different things that she's able to do, right? So maybe Marilyn, she would choose one of those. Let's say, I'm not able to scroll. So let's say Marilyn chose business plans. Like she helps people with their business plans. So for 1 quarter, 3 months, Marilyn would be committed to helping people with their business plans during that session. She would come onto the call. The first 10 minutes, she would talk about something related to business plans. This isn't something I can even pretend to come up with because I have never written a full business plan before, So, but she would come up with something that she would train people on for business plans. Then for the next 50 minutes, up to 50 minutes, I should say, the members who are on the call ask Marilyn questions related to their business and business plan. And this is just an example. If you're a marketing expert, people are going to, the members, you're going to train for 10 minutes on something related to marketing. then the members are going to spend the next up to 50 minutes asking you questions related to marketing. So you're like, okay, well, I'm showing up for 3 hours. What am I doing the next 2 hours? So the first hour is the mastermind. And that's where you're training, and then you're giving them feed forward. For those who've belonged to masterminds, or those who haven't belonged to masterminds, most masterminds operate where somebody gets on what they call a hot seat. They share the challenge they're having in their business. And then the members, are asking them questions, like asking clarifying questions, so we can know how to help you. And then the group gives feed forward. I like to call it feed forward, not feed backward. So the group gives feed forward. So in that feed forward, we've got people in the audience who have never experienced what that person is experiencing, giving feed forward to them. We have people who are not marketing experts giving marketing advice. I tried this and it worked, or I tried this and it didn't work. But what if you had the actual expert, the person who, like, their business is marketing, and they were there to answer all of your questions? So the mastermind, how it will work in this instance is that the expert is going to be the one masterminding with you. So it's basically giving coaching, group coaching. So the next 2 hours, how this works is that the members then will commit to something that they're going to finish within that 2-hour period of time. During that 2-hour period of time, while you're on the call with them, you open yourself up to doing a 15-minute one-on-one session where they can be pulled aside. Like on this Zoom call right here, I could actually pull, like, let's say Abigail, she's like, I want to do a one-on-one. Like, okay, cool. I can actually pull Abigail out of this session right here where we have privacy. She tells me what she is having a challenge with. And then after 15 minutes, I send her back out into the general population, I'm going to call it. And then I would go out there as well. Hopefully this makes sense. In concept, in the, like, figuring it, like envisioning it, sometimes it's a little confusing how I say it, but hopefully it's making sense to you ladies. And if it isn't, please go and ask questions down there in the comments. And so anyway, if anybody has any questions for me of what this looks like, this is my first time presenting this to people. So I'm hoping that it makes sense in the way that I'm presenting it, and would love to know if you're interested in being part of it. If you have any questions now, again, if you are interested at all, go to, let's see here, go this last slide here. You can text me at 619-733-7393, or you can email me at linda@womenactiontakers.com. Everybody does have to get approved. It's not just guaranteed, and you would have to have a commitment. Whatever time slot you wanted, and again, using that example I gave earlier, Mondays from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific time, if that was your time slot, that's your time slot, at least for a quarter. So you have to commit to a quarter at a time so that the ladies in the group can learn from you, that one person, for one full quarter. And again, remember, you're able to, if you're involved in the profit sharing, you're able to, give an offer to the members, during your session. So I highly recommend going for the profit sharing option, because eventually, you'll be able to make, quite a good amount of extra bonus cash, every year by being in the profit sharing. Now, if, let's say, you're in your business and you're really great at what you do, but you yourself are not making the kind of money that you want to make, and you're like, what, I need to find another way to make some money. This might be an option for you, because by being in this program, it gives you visibility in front of other ladies. And then also, you're able to tap into the rest of the group. So if there was somebody who had, again, somebody who was a marketing expert and they were doing one of the sessions, you could then, you could attend their sessions. Oh, Ebony, so it is free for the first 25 women who get approved. That's one of the options. But if you wanted to do profit sharing, then that would be $200 a month. And then you get to participate in receiving profits back from the business. So by you being part of the growth of the business, because you're on the leadership team, you would be able to also participate and receive, profit sharing back from the business. How many anticipated members do you expect? My goal is 2,000 222 women by February 22nd, 2022. It was explained well. Awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome, Abigail. So we'll talk about that. So send me a message instead of doing, if you're interested, again, please, send me a text message or an email. That way it's easy for me to remember who was interested and not, and it makes it easier for me to track things by getting either an email or a text message. Any other questions that you have? I'm here to answer any questions that you have. And, again, you're like, what is your expertise? Is this an expertise that can help the ladies who are in the group? This is all about, helping the members who are in the program. This is just starting out, something I, just going with right now. I've been doing the mastermind for 5 years, but I was never able to run it on a large scale as I see it. This is my vision. My vision is 2,222 members by February 22nd, 2022. My vision is that the program is operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I can't do that on my own. I cannot do it. I can't physically do it on my own. So I need your help to help me run it. How does the profit sharing option work? Sorry, I jumped on late. I was in another. Oh, no worries. I'm going to go back to that really quick. So let me see how I can get back there. Hold on. So I'll go back to the profit sharing so I can give you an example of what I came up with, the profit sharing. This is an example, okay? This here is an example where we have 2,222 women in the program. They are paying $500 a month, and the price will go up. So originally when I launched the program, it's going to be $500 a month to members. And again, remember, they're going to have they're going to have 24/7 access to this program. So that's where this is all heading, right? So this is with $500 a month membership, 2,222 women. The leadership team, I envision the leadership team having 112 leaders in the program. And those leaders, the reason I have that number is because I see my vision is 2 sessions running at a time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, this might sound like craziness to some people, but this is so exciting for me. And the vision is so strong. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind. And so anything that I have ever been so strong on that I know is going to happen has happened. And usually it happens bigger than I imagined. I had an event that I held that a couple years ago, and my vision was 1,500 people in attendance. There were 3,500 in attendance. So that was almost triple my vision. So I'm just sharing that because when I know something is going to happen and I am full force into that, it is going to happen. I can't guarantee it because that would be bad of me to guarantee it. But I can tell you that my vision is strong and I just know, I know this is going to happen. Okay, so how this works is the first 6 months in the program will be a certification portion. So for those who are on the leadership team, I'm going to teach you how to run a mastermind. I'm going to teach you how to run these sessions. And throughout that process, you'll become certified at the end of 6 months. At the end of that 6 months is when the profit sharing starts to kick in. So how this works is the first year in the program, you'll receive 30% profit sharing of the profits of the business. Now, the business has expenses. We're going to have staff. We have marketing expenses, so we have expenses that we're going to have. And so then there's the profit that's left after that. And then that profit will be split between the leaders and me, because it's my program, right? So my program, I'll receive a percentage of the profits, and then all the leaders will split percentage of the profits. So for example, the first year would be 30% profit sharing. The second year that you're a leader, this is as long as you're a leader in the program. The second year you are a leader in the program, you would receive 40% of the profit sharing. This is all split between the leaders. If I have 112 leaders, all these numbers are split between the 112 leaders. So as an example, for the 30%, the 30% of $3,333,000 is $999,900. If there are 112 leaders, in the program sharing the $999,900, each leader will receive a bonus of $89.28. So that's how this example works. the second year, you automatically, just by being a leader in the program and sticking around, I want to thank you so much for that. So I'm going to bump up your leadership profit sharing to 40%. So in that instance, if 112 leaders were in the program, they would share the $1,333,200, and that would be $11,904 profit per leader, and that would be a bonus at the end of the year. And then again, you're in it for an additional year, 50%. So it'd be 50% profit sharing from that point forward. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if the way I did the graph, if it makes sense. A lot of times things make sense to me, but they don't to others, and vice versa, right? So let's see here. Hopefully that makes sense. And if not, please ask me questions, because I'm here to answer as many questions as possible. Again, since it's my first time sharing this, I don't know if it makes sense. Okay, why it's not letting me do this? Hold on. Okay, let me stop sharing. There we go. Okay, what do we have here? Will this be paid out monthly or annual basis? Yeah, so it'll be on an annual basis. It'd be too much, like accounting wise, it'd be just too much. You've got the profits coming in with the expenses going out, with the number of leaders and the different percentages, because some leaders will be at 30%, by the third year. Some leaders will be at 30% because they're just starting, where the other leaders are going to be 50%. At least at the beginning, it'll be too confusing for me, So currently, and that's a great question, I know it's going to happen. I know, it's so exciting, Abigail. I'm super excited. Will these be paid? Okay, so eventually, if I get, when, I should say if, but when I get a bookkeeper on board, because right now it's just me, I'm running my own business, like most of us, we're running our own businesses, and I'm the accountant, I'm the marketing, I'm the PR, I'm everything. I'm everything. And so wearing all those hats, I'm not the best person when it comes to the bookkeeping and stuff. So for me, it's got to be something simple for me to pay out. But let's say, for example, in 6 months, I have a bookkeeper who's running all this stuff. Then they're like, oh yeah, we can easily do monthly. I'm like, bam, we're in. We're doing monthly, because I want to, have you be able to benefit as soon as possible. I want everybody to be able to benefit. I am a type of person who believes in collaboration and cooperation and not competition. And so that's why the profit sharing is so high, 30, 40, 50%. This is not an MLM. This is my own business. It's not that's operating as an MLM where you got to have a buy-in, to keep going. Well, you do got to pay a monthly fee if you want to be part of the profit sharing, though, because that's one of the ways for you to be part of the profit sharing, is that I show that you have a commitment. You've made a financial commitment to making this happen. Now, if you don't want to be part of the profit sharing, you don't have to be. That's okay. I just believe that's the smartest way to go, because you can benefit so much more than if you go with the free. If you go with the free version, it's also an option. Of course, it's an option, but you won't be able to participate in that profit sharing. You will be, I did misspeak a little bit earlier, you will still be able to make offers to the members of the program. You just won't be able to participate in the profit sharing. So for me, I'm like, dang, for $200 a month, I might be able to make an additional 8,000 or 9,000 a year, just by paying $200 a month, which equates to $2,400 a year, right? So if I was able to be able to benefit that much, why wouldn't I do it? So that's how I see it. But everybody has their different ways that they work with things, and that's fine. If you don't have the $200 up front, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Again, the free option is only to the first 25 women who join the leadership team. So let's say 10 join the leadership team as the profit sharing, and then there are 15 more slots for women to be part of the free portion, where they're part of the leadership team, but they're not being able to participate in the profit sharing, because it's only open to the first 25 leaders, period. If the first 25 jump into the profit sharing, then none are going to be in the free version. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Can you switch between free and profit sharing in the middle of the year? Yes, definitely. If you're finding that and thank you for asking that question. I hadn't addressed it because I hadn't thought of it. This is why I love questions. It's so good. Let me see, make sure I get your question. Yes. So let's say, for example, you join the free version. I mean, you join as a leader the leadership team on the free portion. And remember, you have to make this commitment. This is very important because you don't have an investment in the business. If you're in like one of the first 25 and in here for free, you don't have a financial investment. Because you don't have a financial investment, I'm going to really, really require you to have a firm commitment every week that you show up. I'm going to require that of the leaders anyway. But those who actually make a monetary investment are much more likely to show up than those who don't, right? So as a leader, I need you to lead. And I need you to be committed to leading. I need you to say, I am showing up, Linda, on a weekly basis. I have those 3 hours blocked out, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to change their lives. I'm ready to make a difference in those women's lives. I need you to be ready to commit to that. There will be a contract and everything. And yes, you can at some point, if later you decide, you know what, I see this is awesome, I want to switch over to the profit sharing. That won't open up any additional slots for the free because it's only the first 25 women who are in the leadership, but it gives you an opportunity to check it out for free at the beginning, see how it's going, and then decide what you want to do. Now, the options to move into the profit sharing portion would be on a quarterly basis. It's just to make it easier for accounting, right? So it'd be like January 1st starts the first group of people. Then April 1st would be the next group of people who could participate in the profit sharing. So any other questions? Any other questions? I'm super excited about this because it's my vision and I know it's happening. I know it's happening. Was in March? I'm sorry, February. The beginning of February, I'm going to be speaking at an event, and the keynote speaker at this event is Johnny Depp. I share that because that's where I'm heading. I'm heading that way. So if you want to be on board with the train, because this conductor is moving forward, and if you want to be part of that, I'd love for you to express your interest. Again, text me or email me. I'll put those up there one last time. I can see your vision. I'm so excited. Awesome. I shared this with a couple people one-on-one last week, just a couple days ago, and they were really excited about it as well. So it's cool because like I said, I just know sometimes you are so clear on your vision that nothing is going to stop you, right? And that's where I am, 100%, 100%. There is no doubt in my mind because I just feel like this vision was given to me. It was given to me from God, like this is what you're doing. You've worked really hard. I've worked really hard. My whole life, I've worked hard. Well, since I started working at 16. But I've always worked really hard, having 2 jobs or doing a full-time job, going to school full-time. I've always worked really hard. Some of the jobs I've had, I've worked 80 hours a week, and then being an entrepreneur, it's like working 100 hours a week, it's 120 hours a week or whatever. But I've always worked really, really hard. And I'm going to continue to work hard. It's not like that's going to stop. But it's like finally it's gotten to this point where this vision is so strong. And I know it's happening. No doubt in my mind. My faith is so strong on this. And so what I'm doing now is I'm building the team that's going to help me make this happen. Because while we build this team, and the team helps me to make this happen and provides the value for the members, the value that I'm not able to provide, then we're going to have just a greater, what do you call it? Like just a greater program that we can provide for people. I'm super excited about it. So if there are no more questions, let's see. Awesome. If there are no more questions, I'm going to end the recording now. And